Hello, it's Paula, and I'm here at Urban Homesteader, and we're going to talk about a really fun herb today. It's called marshmallow root, and this one just blew me away when I first was introduced to it, but it is one of my favorite herbs. So, marshmallow root is something that has lots of good benefits, so let's get to it. My name is Paula. I have been looking and researching and learning about herbal remedies for over 30 years. I have nothing against medical professionals, but I am not one. So I would recommend, if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to your medical professional. But let's dive right in. So one of the first things that marshmallow root does is that it helps with skin irritations. It can be used for wound care as well. It also can help with your cough and the sore throat and with colds. It can soothe the inflammation of mucous membranes. My brain and my tongue were not in sync there, sorry. It also helps with stomach ulcers, bacterial infections. Leaky gut syndrome is something that marshmallow root can be used for. It's antibacterial, it's rich in antioxidants, it can actually lower your blood sugar as well. So that might be something that you need to use caution if you're using this herb, if you already have very low blood sugar, but it can help lower your blood sugar. So one of the things I've found is that when you are researching an herb, that you take the time to look and see if there are if the herb will cause problems when you're using it. So for instance, one of my favorite all-time herbs is olive leaf, and I'll do a video on that one because I love it. But I have to be careful when using olive leaf because although it does an incredible amount of things, it's known to fight over 137 infectious diseases, it can lower your blood pressure. And I happen to have very low blood pressure. 90/60, I think, is about what I run when everything's kosher. So I have to take that into account when I use that herb. So if you're using an herb, please take the time to research those herbs and make sure that you are doing your research and due diligence. And if you are currently on medication, I would highly recommend, and again, it's your choice, but I would highly recommend you speak to a medical professional. I've worked with a lot of doctors, and quite honestly, the education and information they have, they will always know more about the human body, but they will never know as much as I know about this human body. So I tend to crave a partnership with my doctor where we temper the information that we both put into the conversation. So it works best for me because I am the patient. So one of the first things you need to be careful of when you're using marshmallow root is that if you do not use it properly, it can actually cause mild dizziness. So that's something you need to be aware of. It can interact with lithium and diabetes medications. And the reason that it can do that is because marshmallow root will coat, remember we talked about it, it can be used to soothe ulcers and your throat and your cough. Well, it can coat the inside of your stomach, and so it can interfere with the ability to absorb other substances. So you need to be careful if you're taking lithium or diabetes medication. If you're taking marshmallow root, go ahead and start with a really low dose and work yourself up to where you're taking a dose that works and is as efficient as you need it to be. The other thing that this herb can do is that it can lower your blood's ability to clot. So those are just some things that you need to look out for if you are taking this herb. Now, the way I use my marshmallow root is that I have a tiny little, it's about a half a cup. It's one of those little tiny half pints. And I mix mine with licorice root powder. And so when the kids would have a sore throat, or if I'm out working in the air and I just get kind of a little what I do is I take a teeny bit on the edge of a spoon and I put it into a cup with just a teeny bit of honey, a drop or two, seriously, just not a lot, because your licorice and your marshmallow root are naturally very sweet. And then I put in just a teeny bit of hot water and just kind of stir it up so the honey is nice and dissolved. And it gives the kids 1 or 2 little sips and the back of their throat is calm. There's no itchy, there's no scratchy, and it's absolutely fantastic. So that is marshmallow root, and I am so grateful that you joined me today, and I would love it if you would comment, like, share, subscribe. I have lots more videos that I'm doing. I'm trying to get them out, and you know, that's when things get really crazy and busy. But again, thank you so much for sharing your day with me. I appreciate you so much. Have a fantastic day. Thanks.